Hey there, friends. You know how the politicians act like whenever they give us something, we ought to just be happy? In other words, if we're not happy with a particular bill, we should just be happy that they're doing something, right? At least I'm doing something. Senator Lindsey Graham and other Republican members of the Judiciary Committee are leading the charge to codify the Supreme Court's landmark Second Amendment decisions, arguing Democrats are committing a frontal assault on the constitutional amendment. This is true. The Respect for the Second Amendment Act aims to codify key decisions held by the Supreme Court protecting the right to bear arms for law-abiding citizens. So far, all this sounds really good, doesn't it? I mean, this sounds like something we wrote. Lindsey Graham stated, "I am very pleased that all Senate Judiciary Republicans are speaking with one voice when it comes to supporting the Second Amendment rights recognized by the Supreme Court in the Heller and Bruen decisions." During a press conference Thursday, the South Carolina lawmaker lambasted the Democratic side of the Judiciary Committee by holding a hearing on Thursday attacking the Supreme Court decision on Bruen, referring to the High Court's 6-3 decision last year that significantly curtailed states' ability to restrict citizens' right to carry firearms in public for self-defense. Again, this all sounds really good, especially coming from Lindsey Graham. This is a guy that signed on to the anti-gun gun control bill last year along with Cornyn. John Cornyn signed a release as part of this too. What's up with that? These guys, I mean, I know that these people are mentally unstable, but they are clinically bipolar. Well, not everything is what you think it is. And I'll get more into this probably in a live stream tomorrow. This cushy little act that they call the Respect for the Second Amendment Act does not codify Heller and Bruen. Clarence Thomas was very clear that the test we use when looking at laws in a court of law is that we use text, history, and tradition. Well, that's not in this law. They put tradition and history in here. They specifically left out text. What they mean, or what Clarence Thomas meant by text, the text of the Second Amendment. So if it infringes upon rights, it can't be a law because it infringes upon that right. So if you want to put history and tradition in there, that's fine as long as you have text in there to offset any of the stupid things that you locate in history. You remember in 1934, we did a little something called the NFA? That would certainly establish it as history. So would something 30 years ago, right? Vietnam is history. That happened in the late 60s, early 70s, right? Wouldn't you say that maybe the World Trade Center, the towers getting hit, isn't that history? Wasn't that 2001? It's only 20 years ago. It's history. It's tradition. If you don't use the text to offset these BS things out there, you got nothing. We got nothing. These people purposely put this act out there, omitting the text. They did this on purpose. This is all window dressing. Lindsey Graham is a traitor, always has been. Don't ever believe anything this man says. John Cornyn is on his way out. These guys are trying to save face. They know what we are believing and thinking from last year. They know what's on our mind. This is their way to go, see what I'm doing? The same people that voted for gun control are putting this up. You know why? Because they know it can pass, and this is all something that they're going to put on a little bitty flyer whenever they canvass neighborhoods and start handing things out and saying, look at me. I tried to codify Bruen and Heller, and the Democrats wouldn't let me. Just because they're doing something doesn't mean they're doing something. This is just like gun control. Call these clowns. Let them know that this is bull crap. We know better than this. Number one, it won't pass, so just shoot it down now. This is a worthless bill without using text of the Second Amendment in it.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America. It's over.